With the snowball, you crush the small store card first for a fast win, then the car loan, then the big credit card last. Motivation first, math second. With the avalanche, you attack that high-interest credit card first to stop the bleeding, even though it takes longer, then work down by rate. Math first, motivation second. No matter which you pick, a few moves supercharge both. First, stop adding new debt. You cannot fill a hole while you keep digging it deeper. Second, build a small starter emergency fund, even just a little. That way, a surprise expense does not send you straight back to the credit card and undo all your progress. Third, attack your interest rates directly. Call and ask for a lower rate, or use a balance transfer, so more of every payment hits the actual debt instead of interest. And fourth, throw every windfall at your target debt. Tax refunds, bonuses, gifts, side income. Those lump sums can knock months, even years off your journey. Also try to find extra money to throw at it. Cut a few subscriptions, sell some clutter, pick up a small side gig. Every extra dollar speeds up your escape dramatically. One honest warning. If you have truly brutal debt, like a payday loan at a sky-high rate, do not let the snowball leave it for last. Some debts are dangerous enough to attack immediately. Let us recap. Both methods list your debts, pay minimums on all, and throw every extra dollar at one target. The snowball targets the smallest balance for motivation. The avalanche targets the highest interest rate to save the most money. The avalanche wins on math, the snowball wins on motivation, and the best method is simply the one you will finish. Getting out of debt is less about the perfect spreadsheet and more about momentum and consistency. Pick a method today, attack one debt, and do not stop until you are completely free. So now I want to hear from you. Are you Team Snowball or Team Avalanche? And what is the first debt you are going to attack? Drop it in the comments below. If this helped you find your path out of debt, hit that like button, subscribe for more simple money lessons, and share it with someone who is fighting to get debt-free. There are two famous ways to pay off debt. One is mathematically faster, the other is psychologically more powerful. Choosing the right one for you could decide whether you actually escape debt or give up. They are called the Debt Snowball and the Debt Avalanche. They sound similar, but they work in opposite ways. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one is right for you. And here's the good news. Both methods genuinely work. Thousands of people have escaped huge debts using each one. The worst choice is doing nothing and drifting on minimums forever. First, the situation. You have several debts, a credit card here, a car loan there, maybe a student loan. Minimum payments feel like they go nowhere, and it is overwhelming. The instinct is to spread your money thinly across everything, but that is slow and discouraging. Both of these methods fix that with one powerful idea: focus. Both methods start the same way. List every debt you have. Keep making the minimum payment on all of them so nothing ever goes late. That part never changes. Then comes the magic. You take every extra dollar you can find and throw it all at just one target debt, while the others tick along on minimums. The question is simply, which one first? First, the debt snowball. With this method, you attack your smallest balance first, no matter what interest rate it has. You knock out the little debts before the big ones. The moment that small debt hits zero, you feel a real victory. Then you take the money you were paying on it and roll it onto the next smallest debt, making your attack bigger. Each debt you crush frees up more money, so your payment snowball grows bigger and bigger. The power here is not math. It is momentum and motivation from those quick, early wins. Those fast victories keep you excited and in the game. For many people, that emotional fuel is exactly what carries them all the way to debt-free. Winning feels good, so they keep going. This is the method made famous for exactly that reason. It treats debt payoff as a behavior problem, not just a math problem. And for a lot of people, that is precisely the right approach. Now, the debt avalanche. This method ignores the balance and attacks the debt with the highest interest rate first, no matter how big that debt is. Why? Because high-interest debt is the most expensive and the most dangerous. Killing it first stops the most money from bleeding out in interest. It is the mathematically optimal path. Once the highest rate debt is gone, you roll that payment onto the next highest rate, and so on down the line. Same rolling snowball of payments, just a different order. The Avalanche saves you the most money and gets you out of debt the fastest, in pure numbers. If you care only about the math, this is the winning method, hands down. So if the Avalanche is mathematically better, why does anyone use the snowball? Here is the catch that changes everything. The best plan is useless if you quit halfway through. The Avalanche can be discouraging. Your first target might be a giant debt that takes a long time to budge, so you go months with no visible win. Many people lose steam and give up. The snowball gives you a win quickly, which keeps you motivated to continue. And personal finance is deeply behavioral. The method you actually stick with beats the one that looks better on paper. Studies of real people have found that those quick wins often lead to higher success rates. Feeling progress early makes you far more likely to power through all the way to the end. Now, how much does the Avalanche actually save over the snowball? Often less than people expect. For many debt situations, the difference turns out to be surprisingly small. So the question becomes simple. Would you rather save a little extra money with the Avalanche or boost your odds of actually finishing with the snowball? Both answers can be correct. Here is how to choose. If you are driven by logic and numbers, and you know you will stay disciplined, go Avalanche. You will pay the least and escape the fastest. If you have tried before and lost motivation, or you just need to feel progress to keep going, go snowball. Those early wins might be exactly what finally gets you to the finish line. And honestly, you can even blend them. Knock out 1 or 2 tiny debts first for a quick morale boost, then switch to attacking the highest rate. Use whatever keeps you moving forward. Whichever you choose, write it down and make it visual. A simple chart you color in as each debt dies turns an invisible grind into a game you can actually see yourself winning. Let us see it in action. Imagine 3 debts: a small store card, a medium car loan, and a big, high-interest credit card. Watch how the order changes between methods.